In search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. He's at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. On 2nd and 9, Prescott, and he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their effort.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing now is Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll return it from the 6. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now this throw caught left side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on 1st down, Prescott, and he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.